Hey everybody, welcome to the Jim Masters Show, live entertainment, lifestyle, celebrity talk show series. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are doing well today. Thanks so much for stopping by the show, our series where we have light, love, levity, and our famous levity, and amazing guests that come in from all around the world. Really incredible guests that stop by from Hollywood, Broadway, celebrity friends, television stars, musicians, actors, singers, Broadway stars, comedians, sports stars, culinary artists, and chefs, authors, inspirational people, you name it, they stop by JMS Live, one of the hottest places on the net to enjoy entertainment, lifestyle segments, and lots of poignant moments. And of course, our famous Levity Conversations. Gang, if you would like to comment while the show is on, you can do that in our JMS Levity chat room. We have it open and available for you and you and you and everybody right now. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Jim Masters TV. That's the channel where we house hundreds of episodes of the Jim Masters Show live entertainment, lifestyle, variety, celebrity talk show series. That's a mouthful. Don't worry about any of that. Just say the Jim Masters Show and everybody will know what you're talking about here on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, give it some levity, and of course, click the notification bell so you never miss any of our episodes. But when you do subscribe, doesn't cost anything. You just hit that subscribe button. You get to participate, chat, say hello to one another in our JMS Levity chat room, which is open and available for you right now. Now, of course, you can always give this a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe, 24/7, even when the show is not on. We would love it if you drop a comment in the comment section underneath this episode as well. Let us know how much you enjoy what we're doing. Really busy day. I was in an all-day television studio shoot and interviewing a special guest that flew up from St. Louis to Chicago to here in the Northeast for a TV news series that I do out of New York. And it was really fantastic. Love chatting with all kinds of great people and love welcoming you every single day to the Jim Masters Show. We're here in the New York area along the southern New England coast between New York and Boston, USA. But our audience comes from all around the world, as do our guests. And we're very excited to welcome somebody special. Hey, gang, we appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for all the likes, comments, telling everybody about our show, all the messages on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Jim Masters TV, our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. And thanks for all the emails. We're so bogged down. We get hundreds of emails a day that we're sifting through them all. So if you've sent an email or something like that, thank you very much. We hope to get back to you very, very soon. The show has just been growing by leaps and bounds. So many new subscribers. We welcome you. So many new viewers. We welcome you as well. It takes a village, and one by one, we continue to grow and we continue to build. So thanks so much for all you're doing to spread the word about the Jim Masters Show Live series. We absolutely, truly, sincerely appreciate it. And we say thank you so very, very much. Means the world to us. Great guest coming in. Alexia Rae Castillo is here. She is an extraordinary American model, actress, and also a licensed cosmetologist as well. Yes, she's coming to us from beautiful Marina del Rey, California. And it's not raining there, which is real cool, she said, because they've had a lot of rain in California of late. Alexia has lived in various parts of the country, resides in the greater Los Angeles region. She's been blessed to be cast in multiple national TV commercials, music videos from major artists too, like Chris Brown and CNCO and David Guetta and Rae Sremmurd and others. TV series too she's been on, like Lucifer and Kingdom, studio films like Disney's Wrinkle in Time, Warner Brothers' Entourage, and a couple of supporting roles in movies like Oh Boy and Rax. She has modeled for designers such as Guess and many others, AZATURE and Want My Look and Sherri Hill and Jovani and many, many more, plus swimwear companies, including Venus Swimwear, Swimoutlet. Alexia has been cast in, again, a lot of different shows, Glam Masters, Elvato, House of Lies, Disney Lab Rats, Grandfathered, Studio City, and of course, our great friend Sean Kanan has been a guest multiple times, is a big fan of our show. And Justin Torkeldsen, who was on Studio City as well, stopped by. Angie Tribeca, big time in Hollywood, Florida. Sin City Saints, East Los High. Alexia was also selected for the role. Christina in the movie, oh boy, she hit the big screen with the appearance in the movie Entourage. And Mike and Dave need wedding dates and A Wrinkle in Time. And that's just the short list. She has been doing incredible modeling for a long time. She is spectacular at it. And she has some of the most beautiful modeling photos. Just absolutely fantastic. Yes, she has outer beauty, but she also has a inner beauty and a spectacular heart. She's a very caring person, and she loves what she does. There's one of the modeling shots for Guess, and here's just a few. We'll show you many of them, and we'll talk about how she got started and just the cool things that she's working on. Here's another fantastic shot as well, gang. We welcome you to join us, and again, comment in the comments section, say hello, be interactive with us, say hi. Here's some other stunning shots of Alexia Rae Castillo joining us here on the show. Again, she's a highly sought after model, actress. And again, she's also, a skincare specialist because she's a licensed cosmetologist. Yeah, she works with a lot of fantastic clients. Here's some great shots. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. We have video to show you. There she is on the billboards. There she is, of course, billboards too, New York City. Yeah, a lot of cool things. And again, she works really hard. She loves what she does. And her star just continues to shine and continue to rise. So we're really, really excited to have her here. She's really busy. She's got a lot going on, which is really, really cool. And we're both leading quite crazy, busy lives. But when you love what you do, you just keep doing it, especially if it inspires, entertains, and puts smiles in other people's faces like yours. So join me, gang. I see a lot of comments built in here. We welcome you if you're new to the show. Thanks for stopping by. We hope you'll join us regularly here on the Jim Masters Show Live series. We welcome you to join us throughout. We're here all the time, just about every day. And join me in welcoming my very special guest, Alexia Rae Castillo, joining us from beautiful Marina del Rey in California. And there she is. Welcome, my friend.
Hi, thank you so much for the most amazing introduction. And hi, Levities. How's it going?
That's it. You got the memo. Lovities is where it's at, and that's what we're all about here on the Jim Masters Show Live. How's it going where you are in Marina del Rey? I've got some friends that are there. Beautiful spot in California.
Oh my gosh, it's a dream. So I moved here about 7 months ago from Hollywood, and it is so much more peaceful and more family vibes. I'm right here, literally like 3 minutes away from the beach, and it's just like incredible. And by the way, thank you for such the great introduction. Whenever I was watching those photos come up, I literally like almost got a little bit tearful, only because like you don't really realize everything that you've done until someone else is like showing you, and you're like, oh my God, it just brought back so many amazing memories.
I tell you, really. How did you first get started, and what came first for you? Was it the modeling that came first, the acting? Tell us about your early journey in life.
So I've always somewhat been involved in like the beauty industry. My mom actually, so she was Miss Mississippi and she was involved in pageantry. And then when I was 2 weeks old, she brought me onto the stage. I forget what pageant it was, but it was like a little pageant. I was wearing a little dress and she was carrying me. Like, you're like, probably like, how are you competing in pageants when you're 2 weeks old? She was literally carrying me like this.
Wow.
So I think just growing up in like the pageant world, I realized how much I appreciate like glam and like entertainment and interviews. And then I realized like I want to kind of model, and I started modeling in Ohio, which is a different caliber of modeling here in Los Angeles. But you know what's crazy is I actually moved to LA for cosmetology, not modeling. I was dating this guy a long time ago, and he's like, hey, you want to move to California? And I was like, absolutely, please get me out of Ohio. It's too cold here. Like, I want to be a beach girl.
Yeah.
And so I moved to California, and I started doing cosmetology, hair and makeup on set, on models, on brides, on pageant girls even. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I kind of want to be on the other side of this. So I started modeling, and then I started acting after that.
What was the very first modeling job that came your way that was really exciting and people started noticing who you are and how great at it you are?
I think it was in Ohio for a company called Swimoutlet.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I modeled a lot of swimwear, and for me, like back then, that was like a huge deal modeling for Swimoutlet, which probably no one ever even really heard of them. But I remember, so I'm gonna get deep real quick. I
Well,
remember when
Deep is great on Jim Master show.
okay, cool. Don't want to scare anybody. I remember when I first started modeling with them, I was so excited, and as a model, you can only imagine like how hard it is, like whenever it comes to body image. And when I started modeling for Swim Outlet, I was, I think, like 18. So I was like in my prime of like wanting to, of picking myself apart, basically. You're still learning how to love yourself and love your flaws.
Right.
Well, I remember seeing the first photo being posted and on swimoutlet.com. This was like over 10 years ago. And I remember they edited my body so much to where I had like a huge thigh gap. They made me so much skinnier. And that right there was like the beginning of my modeling career. And it made me sad looking back, because I was like, oh my God, I need to lose weight, obviously, because they're editing my photos. And so anyway, that was my first job. And that was my introduction to modeling. Luckily, times have changed to where all bodies are accepted and beautiful,
Which is so true, right? Because it's a very demanding field. And sometimes, wasn't there a few years ago where people they almost looked bulimic or anorexic in terms of how thin and skinny they had the models, male and female, be a few years back? And people were like, are they even eating?
Yeah, it was, I remember Victoria's Secret was somewhat canceled for that. You remember the Victoria's Secret fashion shows? Well,
Oh,
I'm so
yeah.
sorry. There she
Oh,
is.
no. She's got a special guest who might even appear soon. Yes.
I'm
Remember,
so sorry.
oh, if she pops on your lap, no problem. Our lovedies love it.
I'm surprised. Oh, now she's chasing my cat. Oh, I'm
Is that
so
what it is? Oh, I wish we could see it.
yes. No, I know, right? It's really bad. She always chases her every time she has a chance, and it's really horrible. But she survives, so.
She might make a guest appearance later on in this
Oh,
episode, gang, so hang in there.
yeah,
She was on your lap moments ago, right?
that was the cat.
That was the cat.
That was the cat, and I'm sure you guys will see her again. And then Selena was right here, ready to chase her.
Ready to chase her.
Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. We love that. That's we're live, and that's real life, right? That's real life.
I was like, if I put her in the other room, she's gonna go crazy and bark even more.
Even more, because she hears you talking, but doesn't know who you're talking to. Doesn't see the other person there.
Exactly. She's like addicted to being on me, so she's a whiny butt. But sorry, as I was saying, is Victoria's Secret was canceled. They canceled the whole entire fashion show because I remember the models were so thin. I mean, they're beautiful, but I just almost wonder sometimes, like, if it was a healthy diet that they were having. I remember reading some interviews that they like didn't have the best diet, and they worked out like crazy hours every single day. So it can't be good for you. And I remember that they were canceled, and I feel like that was the last thing that happened that kind of made the society be like, you know what, this is not cute. This is not like this. We shouldn't be looking at these models, which we all had like Victoria's Secret gatherings and parties to watch this fashion show every single year. And like, you pick yourself apart afterwards. I remember watching it and being so obsessed with these models that I was like, oh my God, I need to start dieting. And I started like dieting really, really hardcore, and I was hard on myself. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this that are in my industry, but you develop bad eating habits. And I did. And I suffered from that for a long time. I'm so thankful that the industry does not want that really even anymore. You will get canceled as a business if you have all like really, really, really skinny models. Skinny women are beautiful too. I mean, the ones who are not doing it the right way, so.
Right, exactly. So you've learned a lot about the business by being in it then along the way, haven't you, Alexia Rae?
Yeah, definitely. I've learned a lot. I've definitely grown a stronger backbone.
Was that a yes?
Yeah, she's like, yeah, mom,
She's
go.
confirming. She's confirming it, right?
Yes. I'm so sorry.
No, don't. That's fine. We've had birds fly on people's heads. Oh,
Oh,
somebody jumped up behind you on something.
that's Selena. Oh, yeah, she's
Ah,
over here.
wants to get in, wants to slip in a little bit. We've had cats jump on people's laps. We've had children run in the rooms and pull headphones off. It's all part of it, and we love it. That's what makes this show real and
I love
unique,
that.
and proves that we're alive here.
It's very much live.
Yeah. So you've been doing modeling. How long now has it been?
Um, Honestly, my entire life, I've pretty
Yeah,
much modeled. Like since I entered pageants at 2 weeks old, I was in photo shoots, and I actually have kind of a funny story. Do you want to hear it?
absolutely. We
Okay.
like funny stories here at JMS.
Well, I don't know if it's funny, but it's a little bit scary funny. Okay.
Yeah.
So my mom was my manager. She's still somewhat my manager. And one time we were driving down the road when I was like 4 or 5. And times were different back then. I feel like nowadays you're like more like weary of people and you're more careful. But back then you're like a little more trusting. And so my mom was driving down the road and saw a really, really cool minivan. And so she, for some reason, was like, let's stop and ask that guy if we can take a picture with his minivan. And I was like, in my full like modeling gear. And so we stopped him. He's like, oh my gosh, yes, of course, please come. And he's like, as long as I can get the pictures. And my mom's like, yeah, of course, that's perfect. Thank you so much. We have the photo shoot, and I am about to pee my pants.
Mm.
I could not hold it. And so my mom's like, can we please come inside your house and just let my daughter use the restroom? He's like, oh my gosh, please. He's the nicest guy. So we got the photos. I used the restroom, and we're on our way. Okay. So my mom, the next week, my mom is, she works in the psych unit, or she used to work in the psych unit at the hospital. And the next week that man showed up, and yeah, and it was, I don't remember what exactly happened, but he was basically dangerous. And yeah, so
So much of that happens, It's
it's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah, so my mom's like, okay, we need to never
Yeah.
ask random people for photos in their random van ever again, because that's really, really scary.
Does that happen a lot or no? Because, you are out there and people see photos and all kinds of stuff. Do you have that happen?
Honestly, I've been really lucky in my career where I haven't had that happen too much. I get creepy messages on Instagram, but nothing to that level where I actually feel unsafe. Luckily, I've heard really horrible stories.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
yeah, that's perfect. So the acting part, when did the acting part sort of come in for you?
So, whenever I first moved to LA, I signed with an agent, and it was called Wonder at the time. They changed it to something else, but so it was for modeling, but he was also involved in like commercial work and like featured roles and extras in movies and stuff. So he actually got me my SAG vouchers by sending me onto set, and like we shot a lot of the movies that you probably have listed that I told you before. So I started acting because my modeling agency sent me on these acting gigs, which is so crazy because I have never had any experience in acting. But he's like, look, go, they like your look, just go and be yourself. And I was like, what?
Yes. Is it
Like,
something you wanted to do? Was it something that you thought about? Gee, it'd be kind of cool to act, or not really?
no, I never imagined myself being involved in acting. But I remember the first time I was on set, I think I was like a featured model in a film or something. I can't remember, but I was basically just there to look pretty as someone's girlfriend, like the main character's girlfriend or something. And I showed up, I was like, this is so much more fun than modeling. It's just, I love modeling. I'm so grateful for modeling. But with acting, you can play somebody that you're not, and being on set and getting to interact with it's just a whole different experience. And I want to actually this year get more involved with acting because I kind of took a break. since before COVID. So I still do it here and there, but I'm not heavily pursuing it. But this year, that's kind of what I want to focus on.
So you've had an opportunity to be a part of some really cool things from the acting side of things, right?
Yeah, I have. I'm really grateful. That's, yeah, sorry.
Which is cool, right? And more to come. Are you working on projects now involving acting?
Right now, I actually don't have any acting projects coming up, but my next plan with acting is to get more involved in taking classes because I was taking classes before. Do you know Leslie Kahn?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I was doing like one-on-one sessions with her a few times, and she kind of helped me dissect the script.
That's what it is, right? Break it down.
Yeah, and she was incredible, and I loved working with her because she's so blunt and honest, and she has like she's just a savage, honestly. And so and that's honestly how I work best. My mom is the same way, so I was raised with like a no filter type like authority, and I really appreciated her for that. But basically, I want to get more involved in acting classes. There's someone named Matthew Berry who I took an acting class probably like a couple months ago, and he was amazing, and it was so chill. And in the beginning of the class, he made us like be goofy basically, and it really just kind of took all of our guards down, that we felt comfortable. And I think that's something that I've struggled with, is growing up in pageants. I always had to be this like perfect person, and so now I try so hard to allow myself to be vulnerable and real with people. And so with acting, in an acting class, you can't care what other people think about you. You can't worry about being like perfect, and you know what I mean? So
And in
that's
life too, that's a good message, not just
yes,
acting classes, but just in life. Do you. Don't worry about all the rest. Just do you.
100%. Do you, boo? I always say that. And yeah, so I think that's something that I'm going to work on this year, is acting class, letting my guard down and just not caring. Because also, I love people who are like that. You know what I mean? I gravitate towards people who just do not care, and they're just themselves, and it's so cool.
Sometimes you have to learn that, sometimes you want to impress everybody and please everybody and do everything for everybody, but you learn over time you can't always do that. You have to please yourself first. You have to make sure you're happy and you're joyful, so that way there you can take on the work and people can really feel the authenticity and the joy
Yeah.
coming through the work when they know you're joyful.
Yeah, life is way too short to put on a show or be anything other than yourself. Like happiness is all I'm aiming for this year. It's all I care about, is just being happy, letting my guard down, and just like keeping it real.
Exactly. And that's a great goal. That's an absolutely great goal. We have some really cool clips that we want to show our lovely viewers. We welcome everybody. Alexia Rae Castillo is here, and she's coming to us from beautiful Marina del Rey, California. She's a fantastic model, actress, and we're going to talk too about her cosmetology work as well. She might even have some tips for us on how to look and feel good, in the health and wellness category. This is a really cool clip here. We're going to show a couple of different things. We'll sort of mix it up. I love this. We got some really short little tiny videos, and then we got some longer ones. This one popped up. Tell us about that. That's a short one, but look at it. Oh my God.
Thank you. I actually just shot this, I think like 2 days ago or 3 days ago.
You have such an exotic look. What is the nationality makeup?
I am half Nicaraguan
Nicaraguan,
and
that's
half
right.
Irish.
Ah,
Yeah, my dad moved here from
what a
Nicaragua.
great mix.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That so
I'm
I'm
Irish too.
Oh, you are
Mm,
full Irish? What
yeah,
is your-
Irish. I'm English, Irish, Swedish, and French.
Wow.
Yeah.
You did a DNA test, or is this what your parents told you?
We have both, and we have folks who are digging even deeper, and more than likely, all of us, we end up having, even more in us. That's such a
That's
great shot.
Thank you. I modeled for the hair extension company called Bellamy, and it's one of the biggest hair extension companies, and they have great hair, and I actually got a lot of it for free. Woo! So go me.
Did you really?
And extensions are expensive. But the makeup artist that does makeup for the Bellamy shoots was like, let's collab, let's create. And I want to create more this year and just like collab with other artists. So I went over to his house. He had like a really cool backdrop. He has a whole entire room designated towards just shooting, which I like. It kind of inspired me. My next place, I want to have like a whole room just for like self tapes and shooting.
Yeah.
You know, I've been doing TikToks. But he was great. This makeup artist, like we actually really connected. I love him so much. He is a huge makeup artist for the WWE, like the women's wrestling, or is that what that is? But yeah, he's big time. So he's amazing. Like he killed it with my hair.
I was going to say, absolutely a real exotic look. Here's another cool one. When was that?
That was from a Guess e-com shoot. So Guess has been like my main client since probably March of 2019. I've been with them every month. So grateful. It was like literally my dream company to work for. And I'll actually tell you about how that got started in the email I got from the booker. It was so funny. But yeah, that was a shoot from Guess, and that's studio work. So that's pretty much what you see on the website when you were looking at the clothes. It's like very simple, very basic posing, just so you could see the wardrobe closely. But do you want to hear about the email I got from Guess in the beginning?
Yes, we can only guess what it says.
So I was doing Queen Beauty Universe company for that. And I had the most amazing director. His name was Tom. And we were shooting constantly for Queen Beauty Universe. But during these shoots, he's like, you just look like a Guess girl. You look like a Guess girl. We have to get you with Guess. And I'm like, yeah, me and like every other model in Los Angeles wants to be with Guess. That's not going to happen, Tom. There's no freaking way. And so he was like, bet. And then he started posting and tagging Paul, the owner. Paul Marciano is the owner of Guess.
Right.
Owner, founder. And he was just tagging Paul in all of the photos. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're so silly. Like, he's never going to see these. And then next thing you know, Paul like followed me on Instagram or something. And I was like, wait, this is not real. Like, this is a fake page. And then I got an email from some, like, it just didn't feel like the official Guess booker, because it was so nonchalant, so chill. And it was like, hey girl, Paul would like to know if you want to model for Guess. And I was like, this is not real, but I'm going to.
This is real. I know, right?
I'm just going to entertain it. Like, it didn't have like a Guess logo at the bottom of the email or anything. And I was like, nothing will hurt if I just like reply. And so I replied, I was like, yes, I'd love to. And next thing you know, I'm just booked for a Guess e-com shoot. And I went and they booked me for 3 days in a row. My first time ever.
Cool, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's fantastic. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That's really cool. Things, again, continuing to go in the upward swing on many levels. Here's another great video.
So cute. I put it for mom.
Really cool, huh? So that's kind of like what it's like, prepping, getting ready, and behind the scenes. We're seeing some behind the scenes footage of what it takes, you know, to do it, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of hairspray, a lot of hair pulling. But actually, Esther was the woman that you saw there doing my hair, and she is incredible for like the old school, like 40s hairstyles. And but she's great. She doesn't pull my hair, actually.
She doesn't pull your hair.
She doesn't pull my hair. She's safe. And you know what's so funny? I was like watching that video, and as a model, you think I'd be like 100% comfortable on camera, but it's like as soon as people whip out their cell phones, it's not an actual photo, like a camera photo.
Yeah.
They put out their cell phones. I'm like, how do I, like, what do I do with my hands? Like, do I smile? I'm like, I get super awkward and weird, but
Because sometimes you never know what they're even going to do with those photos, right? Well, at least with the photo shoot, you know that it's for a specific purpose. It's for an ad campaign or headshots or
Yeah, good point. I didn't
yeah.
think about that.
Look at this.
It's all about her. There she is! There she is! There she is! Go, Alexia! Woo! I'm going to tell you about our website. You can go read all about the beauty program. Hey, Cynthia.
Look at those boots too.
Have to go so extra for that.
I was going to say that's in New York, right?
That was in Times Square. I think it was my first time ever going to New York too. I'd never seen Times Square, and like to see it for the first time while my photo was up, I don't even think I fully understood like how amazing that was. I mean, I did, but how like crazy that was.
The center of the world, center of the universe in a way, right?
A dream. And the guy you heard yelling was actually my director at the time.
Oh, you go.
Yeah, he's so sweet. But yeah, that was like, oh, a dream come true. It still doesn't even feel real.
Oh, I don't doubt it at all. Here's another cool one. This is real fast. So what was that from?
That was another guest photo shoot.
Yes, as well. Wow.
Yeah, that was also guest, and I was modeling with one of the male models that time. He's so sweet, so professional. He's got huge campaigns like all over the world.
So you can see him everywhere. Wow.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Here's another one. Where was that?
So that was in Miami, Florida, and that was for the Queen Beauty Universe pageant that I was competing in. Every day we have these photo shoots, and I think that was a shoot to show like when you walk up on stage on the screen behind you, they show a big photo from that weekend while you're there, and I think that was from that shoot. But Queen Beauty Universe, I actually got first runner-up for that one, and I'll tell you.
Really?
Yeah, I did. It was so awesome. I was representing USA and got first runner-up. I won like a lot of the divisions. And you know what's so crazy is I won interview, which at the time was like one of my least favorite. I hated interview, and I was waiting for like 5 hours in the waiting room before. And so I went in there and I realized like judges, like our conversation earlier, people like real, people like genuine. And so by the time I got into the interview room, I was just so over it. And I was like, I just want to get this over with. I didn't care. And I mean, I did care, but you know what I mean? And so the judges ended up really liking me because I was like chilling. I was like kicked back. I wasn't like the perfect little, like, and it was just different from a lot of like what we're trained to do in pageants, you know?
Well, that's one of the things you said, because you've been watching our show and a fan of the Gym Masters Show live series. You said that you were pleasantly surprised in watching the episodes that because you do a lot of interviews and pageant type interviews and just this structured Q&A usual thing. And you like the fact that we're sort of warm and conversational and we just shoot the breeze, which I think is something unique and special.
It is really unique, and it's also really rare to be interviewing with somebody who is as chill as you. Like you're the reason why it's so relaxing and chill and like more conversational. And I really, really, it's such a breath of fresh air, and I really appreciate it. Seriously.
Pleasure is all mine. That's the way I like to do it. Make people feel comfortable and warm, because we definitely wouldn't want to have a situation where you were uncomfortable and, you know, you sort of had to react like this. we wouldn't want to have that happen, right? You know, like that would be an uncomfortable interview. Somebody's asking you all these crazy questions, and you get up out of your chair and I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm not answering that question. Stop it.
I did not believe you showed that. That's so hilarious.
Now, what is that from?
Don't get on my bad side, Jim.
That's it. No, we're good. We're lovely here at Gym Master Show. What is that from? Is that filming something on set?
Yeah, that was the behind the scenes of Oh Boy. So I was playing a sorority girl, like a crazy sorority girl, which is maybe I was more like that in college, like 10 years ago, but not so much anymore. So it was fun. But
where could people see that?
Actually, I don't think it's come out yet because we're
Oh, it's still
filming
coming
it,
out.
like during COVID, and then COVID happened, and it just kind of, I'm not sure what's going on. I need to message them and say like what happened with that. But
Yeah.
that was for, do you remember the trend that happened all over social media where everyone like was frozen? You would like hold a pose or like,
Yes, everybody was posing and freezing. Like,
yes, exactly. But that was,
do you want to do it?
yeah, let's do
3,
it.
2, 1. Very good. Now everybody thinks their Wi-Fi froze. Don't worry. Don't adjust your set. It's just us.
Thanks
Now-
for being goofy with me.
Now, don't worry. We won't ask you to do the ice bucket challenge on the show.
I did that one. I did it.
Did
Yeah.
you?
Now I'm not into the whole feeling cold thing. Remember, I moved from Ohio for-
That's a little frigid. That's a little frigid.
Yeah.
You got another clip here too.
Oh, thank you. You look amazing.
Thank you. I feel like I shouldn't be sitting next to you right now. You look so good. Oh my gosh.
Tell me a little bit about this. Who is this girl? When was this taken? What was going through your head at that time?
So this girl was taking a photo shoot. Do you guys know who Fidel Bershi is? Literally one of my favorite photographers. He's so good. He actually taught me a lot during this shoot. At first, when I got up onto like the, like the little area where we shoot, I was kind of just like posing like super basic, and he was like, this isn't working, like something's going on, like I don't like this at all. And I was like, oh, okay. So he kind of taught me how to be like a high fashion model, not just a normal glam beauty swim lingerie that I have done a lot in my past. So he looked at me, he's like, just make this face. So I literally was making that face for like 5 minutes during the photo shoot, and he kept telling me to make like different faces the entire time, and it was really an amazing experience. I feel like I learned a lot during that time. Thank you.
Great. I wish you the best tonight. Thank you.
That's some gown you're wearing too. Stunning, huh?
That gown was like 500 pounds to carry. Fidel, the photographer that I was referring to on stage, he's like, or he used to be one of like Miss Universe's sponsored photographers. He is big time high fashion. Like if you look him up on Instagram, it's Fidel Bershia. And he really was another person that I worked with who was also very straightforward. And whenever I first walked in, he was like, your hair looks a little green. And I was like, oh no, okay, here we go. But he's amazing, and he taught me so much.
Was that the Irish showing through, or?
It must have been. I mean, I don't, or maybe I was going into chlorine too much, but I was like, this is not good. But he was hilarious. I really appreciate just like blunt people. Just like no BS, just
Tell it like it is, and let's take care of it now, kind of thing, right?
Exactly. But we started shooting, and he's like, oh, your hair actually looks fine. And I'm like, oh, okay, good. But yeah, so he taught me a lot about like more of a high fashion photo shoot, whereas in Los Angeles, it's a little bit different than like New York modeling. LA, we can be like smiley and like more sexy, or straight faces. But in New York, it's very like they want like, how do I explain it? Just like high fashion modeling. Like it's no smiles. It's no like, it's not too sexy. It's very just like sucked in cheeks and very like fierce.
Much more, yeah, confident and strong and tenacious and serious.
Yeah, it's I love it. It's a different, I'm not used to modeling like that at all. I'm like used to being able to smile, more commercial work. But Fidel it was a challenging shoot, but I had so much fun.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. We got some great photos too to share, and some other cool things we're going to talk about. But here's another clip that we've got that I think is quite special. And this is sort of like a series of cool clips of you doing a lot of different things, a myriad of modeling and acting and cosmetology and even some music video work. Let's take a look at that right now, gang. Enjoy.
I mean, Ellen. Wow, that's amazing. That's it. Look at that. Fantastic. God.
It's amazing. It feels really smooth and it does feel tight. I know I have a tight pony already, but like it gave me like an extra. Tweet and go to sleep. $50, Grandpa. 75 and your wife can watch. Claudia.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and that as well.
Well, I grew up in Ohio. I moved to California about 5 years ago. I moved originally to be a cosmetologist.
In the bathtub, I'm sick of all the games I have to play.
Splinters and stained glass.
No dejemos la estupidez, que el amor llega solo una vez.
We go there. You're intense, so own it.
Just to serve, murder him and the chauffeur.
Not here to get me through it. Instant truth.
Pull up this, yes how it goes. Baby, I'm coming.
Before you go, I want you to know that. Baby, can you touch? Baby, can you feel? I just want you close. Wasn't that a deal?
Absolutely incredible, huh? All that work and all those different scenarios, all those different backgrounds. Really amazing stuff, huh?
Thank you so much. Yeah, rewatching all of it is really, really cool because everything comes with like the best memories. And like there's the Marilyn Manson, which that was an interesting set. And for that one, it was the part where we were like dressed as like nuns, which is kind of, it could
I
be
saw that, yeah.
And so that's why I don't really post that anywhere because I don't want to offend anybody. But so Marilyn Manson that day, we were basically, the song is about like going into people's homes and like just raiding it. And like we blew up a real car. Like we had to have like our ears covered. And then
Yes.
we shot like real guns. And like as a model, that was cool because you usually just have to like be pretty and like be someone's girlfriend but like that day we got to like shoot real guns and like light things on fire. And it was super cool. And then things were normal until nighttime came around. And I feel like that's when Marilyn Manson kind of like became his like, you know, real self a little bit. And he came up to me. I was just like sitting there, just like waiting to go on. And he came up to me and he's like, "Why are you crying?" And I was like, "I'm not crying. What?" And he's like, "Okay," and just walked away. Like he's an interesting guy. And then there's CNCO. I did a couple of their music videos. Incredible. One of them, I don't know if you saw the one that I was like sitting on top of the car.
Yeah.
That was shot in Medellin, Colombia. And that was incredible. We flew in like the night before the shoot. We shot until I think like 4 a.m. and then left the next day. So that was like really, really exhausting, but it was amazing getting to see Colombia. I've never been.
Beautiful place, huh?
Oh, it was a dream. And the hotel we stayed at was like, it was like a jungle. It was really, really cool. I just wanted to stay and like explore a little bit more. That's all.
Tell us about the cosmetology too. That's a whole other component. I know we're focusing on the modeling, the acting, and that whole area, but you're a serious professional licensed cosmetologist. Tell us about that whole other side of what you do and clients you work with to help make them look and feel good about themselves. Tell us about that, Alexia.
Okay, so I went to a Veda cosmetology school in Cincinnati, and I was doing my freshman year of college online at the same time, so it was quite challenging, but I did it. And that was what my parents and I agreed on. They're like, you have to go to college. They are like hardcore education. I'm more like artsy and free-spirited. So, but that was what we agreed on. I I finished my freshman year and I got my cosmetology license, and I really just love it's art. I mean, you're painting faces, you're painting hair, and you're making people feel beautiful. Like it sounds so cheesy, but there's nothing better than like doing someone's hair and then showing them and they're just like seeing themselves in a different light. Like, as you know, I'm sure maybe you've experienced, but like as women, just getting your hair done can make you have the most confidence, and it really makes me happy to give that to other people. I do a lot of family and friends right now. I'm not promoting it too much on social media or anything because I'm more focused on like the entertainment side of things for now, while keeping up with my cosmetology license. I just finished my CEUs, which is continued education. You have to do that every 2 years, I think. But yeah, I was supposed to I am going to Mexico this weekend to shoot a really awesome cover for something, but I was also in that same shoot the day before. I was going to do people's makeup, and I really was excited to get on set and do makeup again because it's like one of my favorite things to do ever. But for some reason, the schedule got changed around, so now I'm just going for the cover shoot.
What is your regimen like as far as taking care of your skin, taking care of your health, eating right, exercising? There might be people who are watching saying she's absolutely stunning. She seems happy and healthy. What are some of the secrets? What are some of the things that maybe you could suggest to others who are watching, who are being inspired by just the conversation that we're having? What's sort of your routine?
Well, thanks for saying that. Whenever it comes to my happiness, I in the past have struggled with mental health, which is why I'm such a huge advocate.
Yeah.
I put my mental health before anything and everything.
Perfect. Yeah.
You know, what I realized, and I'm sure everyone can agree, is like you wake up and you either decide if you want to have a bad day or if you want to have a good day. It's not a matter of what happens to you, it's how you handle it. So honestly, this morning I woke up and I was in a bad mood for no reason. And I was walking to Starbucks with my boyfriend. I was like, you know what? I need to flip the switch because I'm choosing to be in a bad mood. So I'm like, I'm going to be in a good mood. Today's going to be a great day. And I was so much better after that. But it took some time and like kind of like mental strength to be able to do that.
Right. And then you had the Starbucks, and then he reminded you were going on the Jim Masters show tonight, and you were like, all right, I feel good.
Exactly. And honestly, I've been looking
I know you have. We've been emailing back and forth. Yes. And our friend Anne-Marie Dobbins, of course, the fabulous actress who was a guest on our show recently.
I watched it, and Anne-Marie is a good person. Like, I've spent some time with her, and she's so sweet, and I'm like
very
so
talented
to her, connecting me to you. But you know, our relationship is she's actually dating my boyfriend's brother. And so we were just in Mammoth Mountain together, and she's like the sweetest thing in the world. So talented.
You might end up being sister-in-laws, huh? Wow.
Maybe.
Ooh. If that happens, we call that a JMS exclusive.
Right? Imagine.
We got a graphic for that. She was in, I think it was a Royal Christmas recently over the holidays, and John Stoddard was in it with her, and he's coming on the show in a couple of weeks. I just emailed her to tell her because we were talking about her, and you know, he also speaks so highly of her as well, and working with her, and it's cool stuff. You know, when you come across people in these industries you know or you work with, and they turn out to be terrific people, right? There are a lot of good people out there.
There's a lot of good people out here in the industry. And also, like, how small is the world, though? Like, it's crazy. I actually found out in Mammoth while talking to Anna, because she grew up in all-star cheerleading, and as did I, and we both competed at the same competitions together at the same time back in the day, but we didn't realize it until we were speaking in Mammoth. I've been friends with her brother since I was 12 years old.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, you know my brother? And I was like, no, what are you talking about? And she said his name, and I was like, that's your brother? And it was crazy. It's just such a small world. And you really never know who you're going to meet either, you know?
No, and she's a prolific actress. She's in so many different shows. It's Hallmark, and GAC and all these networks with all the movies and everything, and the holiday movies and everything else. And would you like to do that? Would you like to get into like Lifetime movies and GAC channel and Hallmark and all the rest?
Yeah, it's so funny because my mom and I are obsessed with Lifetime Movie Network, and that was kind of our guilty.
My mother and sister watch it too. They're
really?
Yes.
And the movies are cheesy, but I love them.
Right. And I'd all walk in and I'll tease them like, okay, now who broke up with who? Who's cheating on who snatched the baby?
And it gets crazy, and you can pretty much tell like what's going to happen as soon as the movie starts. But
the ex-jock boyfriend returns for revenge.
I love it. I do. Anna really kind of did inspire me about wanting to get back into acting because she's killing it, and I would love to
do
what she's doing. I think I should start with classes first, and then maybe get involved more, like as get the auditions and do self-tapes like what she's doing. But I want to do what she's doing, and I want to get on a series too. That's like a dream.
Now, what about comedy? Do you like comedy? If you ended up on a network sitcom or something, would you like that? Would you say you're naturally comedically timed? I mean, having the Irish in you should make you funny automatically.
I know, right? I don't know. The Oh Boy movie, it was comedy. It was basically about these two kids from China came over to the US to join a fraternity. And it was hilarious. I can't really say too much because it's not out yet. But
it's coming out,
hilarious and so goofy and so fun. So I enjoy comedy, but I also enjoy like dark and moody and like more dramatic. So I don't know. I think I need to I think I need more practice, and I'll be able to tell you which one I'm better at. Because right now I'm
doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because right now I'm still kind of starting out.
What about singing?
Oh, I don't think so. I tried. When I was little, I used to do karaoke. These boots are made for walking. My mom made me practice in the living room like 5 billion times. And if I didn't get it right, she's like, go again, go again, go again. Like my mom was military. She
Nancy Sinatra, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But no, singing, I don't think is in the books. I would love to. I feel like I would be a great performer. I love entertaining people and being on stage. I don't have like stage fright like that. Like Ariana Grande's job. Oh, imagine like.
What about Broadway?
I need to start now. I feel like I should have started a long time ago.
But you've done, well, who we had? We had a male model on who's from California, Northern California. He's done a lot of modeling, and he's done singing too, and some acting as well. Scott Gardner.
Okay.
Scott Gardner. I'd say he's probably in his 20s.
Maybe.
And 27, around 27.
Okay.
And unbelievable amount of modeling like you, and then acting, and then he created a singing career too, and he's dropped some albums recently. He was a guest on our show as well. And same thing, like he's really enjoyed the modeling, but he wants more. He wants to be able to express himself through his music, through performance. And I imagine you too as well. You love the modeling. It's been very good to you. You've worked hard at it. It pays bills, all of that. But you need to express and connect with people and inspire and share who you are, not just a fabulous face, in print or what have you, but you really want to connect with people and express who you are through other forms of the arts, right?
100%. I'm craving so much more. And I think it hit me last year, or maybe even during COVID when everything got shut down. I've been craving more. Like, I know I can do so much more with myself. I know I can do acting. Singing is something I've always been interested in, but I think I would need a lot of training for that. At least that's what my family told me.
That's what the family says.
They're like, shut up, Alexia.
Like, you got the modeling down, but you got to work on the singing a little bit.
Yeah, and I just feel like a lot of models and like myself, I'm so much more than my appearance. And it kind of, on Instagram, you can't tell. It's hard to show your personality. And that's why I started doing TikToks, because TikTok is so much fun. Do you watch TikToks?
Sure. Yeah. I've seen all kinds of different ones. Yeah. Cool stuff. So where are you on that? What's your, Is it under your name or your full name
Over TikTok?
or yeah, and Instagram as well?
Everything is Alexia Rae Castillo. It's the same. I made it the same on everything.
And I like how you say it, Castillo, as opposed to Castillo. You probably have a lot of people, I think you even said it earlier, Castillo, but you say Castillo, so it's a silent double L, a silent.
Yes. Spanish, yeah. It's my
Yes.
full last name is actually, my accent for Spanish is horrible, so don't judge me. But my full last name is Castillo Salazar Ramirez de los Leones. And so my father.
That's actually beautiful.
Thank you. It's way too much to write down, though, and I don't think it'll fit on Instagram.
You just say Castillo.
Just Castillo. But yeah, my dad changed it when he was like 25 or something.
That's fantastic. That's really that's cool. You know, a lot of people did change their names, you know, when they came over to America, even years and years ago, a lot of people did. And they sort of shortened their names, or they sort of, you know, changed the name around, or they took a generic name, whatever it may be. But that's a beautiful name. Even
Thank
Castillo
you.
is beautiful.
Thank
This
you.
is a great shot. Now, when we used this in the promo that we did, what was this from? Is this just a headshot or?
That is from the Fidel shoot that I was talking about. We shot this in New York, and the gown that I'm wearing is actually, they have the most amazing selection of gowns like backstage. And so I borrowed that yellow gown because I've always dreamed of. Do you watch Miss Universe?
So that's a whole gown. That's not just a blouse. That's a
Oh
gown.
no, that's a gown. Yeah.
Wow.
I've
Yeah,
always
sure. Miss Universe. Yeah, all the, you know, being in television too, I watch a lot of all kinds of different shows and everything. Yeah.
So back, I think it was 2009, Diana Mendoza, she was a Miss Universe winner, and she's from somewhere, I think Venezuela. She's very exotic and just
Yeah.
my icon for so long. But she wore a yellow gown. I was like, I've always wanted to wear a yellow gown, and he had it, and he's like, let's do it.
It really pops. So does the pink, huh?
That was also a Fidel shoe. Yeah, he like that is something that you never really see in LA. It's kind of a beauty shop, but it's so New York.
Yeah.
That was fun. And you know, my lips actually weren't that pink. We edited to match the material
actual-
on my head afterwards.
The eyes, they say, you know, the test of a truly great photographer many times, especially when it comes to portraiture and headshots, is capturing the eyes. It's all in the eyes. And it's certainly the eyes are the windows to the soul, and your eyes, you know, can really draw people in. Here's Guess. You mentioned that as well.
Yeah, that was from a few months ago. So I guess we either shoot, you know, you'd shoot a campaign, you shoot emails, you shoot windows, or just the e-com. And that was it was being sent out in all of the emails. So if you guys are subscribed to Guess emails, and you'll see it.
I am actually.
You are?
I've gotten Guess jackets. They have a lot of cool stuff, especially for the guys. You know,
Yeah,
the
they
guys,
do.
they got a lot of cool clothing. Yeah.
They do, and it's timeless, and that's
They have
what
it at Macy's too. I've gotten a lot of it at Macy's.
Yeah, Guess is everywhere. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Paul, good job, Paul, because he really made a brand for himself.
Right, and it's accessible. You can get it, you know, at places like Macy's and more. It's another great shot, huh?
Thank you. That was we were modeling jewelry that day, and my ears are so sensitive towards the jewelry. As if it's like not real silver or gold, then like my ears get really swollen. And so that day I actually was in so much pain because, you know, I was switching earrings in and out like 100 times. And so they were like so swollen.
People behind the scenes, they think it's so easy, and you just walk in the room, look like that, and just take the pictures, pucker the lips, and that's it. There's a lot of, this is work. This is actual work.
Yeah, it's work. And I would love for the people to say that. The people who say that, I want them to go take photos for 8 hours.
Just try it. Right.
And feel your body the next day. You're going to be so sore. Like, you have to suck in, you have to arch your back a little, and like the weird positions that you get in and that they put you in. I'm sore after every single photo shoot. And I work out, so.
That's exactly. This too. This is another fantastic one.
Oh, I love that shoot. That was with one of my favorite photographers named Christos. And we shot in like this beautiful house in the backyard as well. This was in the backyard, but I never shot with him before, but like we had the best chemistry. And I feel like when you have that, like, you feel safe, and when you have that nice chemistry, and he was so professional that I like the photos just all turned out, honestly, like some of my favorite photos I've ever taken.
So when you feel safe, you feel comfortable, respected, you're going to give them what they want in terms of the look and the whole presence, because you feel comfortable to be you and be open enough to express you, right?
100%. As long as they're professional and you have that, like that chemistry with photographer model, you guys, you can see it. You can tell the difference between a model who's uncomfortable and a model who's not, because it shows all in the eyes.
Like they're sort of scared or right.
Yeah, the photos that I don't like are the ones where I was not as comfortable in the shoot, and you can tell.
This is a cool one here. What's happening here? Wow.
So that was with my friend Rob. He goes by Rob Looks on Instagram, and he is like amazing. What's so crazy about Rob is that he was a football player in college, and like not artsy or anything like that. And then he randomly picked up a camera and started taking photos, and like now he's incredible, and like he's great at the editing and the lighting and everything now. So he's killing it. He's working with some big brands, and this was one of his first shoots that he ever had. So he really like just had a natural like knack for photography
and creativity, and which is really awesome, which is really, really nice. Tim says, what was it like being in a Taylor Swift music video?
Oh, I wanted to talk about that when I saw the clip you showed. So the Taylor Swift video, she was dressed as a man, and the song was basically she's talking about how like men not have it easy, but like they can be a little bit, I don't know how to explain it without coming across wrong. Anyway, whenever we came on set, we didn't even know that was Taylor. Like, and she is the coolest, most down-to-earth celebrities I've ever met. We shot on like a boat that was a fake boat, obviously, in a studio. And she came on, she was talking to all of us, and we didn't know who this random guy was. We're like, who's this guy? Like acting like he runs this show, like telling us what to do. Like, just kidding. No, but we're like, who's this person? And then we found out it was Taylor. And she is so nice. She was like chilling with us, just talking like as if she was like one of our friends. It was really, she did not act too good for anybody. She was a surprise, like one of the sweetest, nicest celebrities I've ever met. It was so cool.
Isn't that great?
It was such a fun shoot.
There's the story, Tim. Right from Alexia Rae herself.
I hope I answered that for you.
Nothing in the papers. She said it herself. She told you the whole behind the scenes. And now Tim will be able to.
Yeah,
Tim will be able to sleep tonight. He has the answer. This is beautiful too.
Thank you. That was a Fidel shoot as well. Once again, that like face, like the where I had to suck in my cheeks face. I was standing on a
so like a fish, like a guppy.
That was perfect, Jem. You should make that your profile pic.
Ooh.
That I was standing on a block for that photo because the dress was so long that I was standing on a block, and also it made my legs look nice and long. So I was like,
it does. You look very tall there. Yeah, I mean, exceptionally tall.
Thank you. I'm 5'9", but I'm not that tall.
Some of the photos make you look, because you have like long legs, slender arms, that you look longer, taller.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Here's another guess, huh?
Yeah, I loved my glam that day.
But you have an exotic, sort of ethnic look, but at the same time, a wholesome look. I mean, it's like a lot of different things going on, and the photographers are capturing a lot of incredible, unique looks that you can offer. A lot of people, sometimes it's just one kind of look, and you have a variety of different looks, and definitely sort of that exotic look, which is really something. Yeah.
thanks. I actually appreciate you saying that because I've been hard on myself about, I felt like I look the same in all of my photos. So this year I was like, I want to do different looks. So you saying that, I'm surprised, but thank you. Thank you
Sort of
so much.
confirms what you were hoping that was the result, right?
Yeah. I mean, for guests, we have the same hair and makeup look every single
Yeah.
show. It's kind of like a natural glam.
What they want, right?
And just like messy, like beachy curls. But
Yeah.
yeah, this year I want to do like different looks. I might actually go darker with my hair. I can't decide because in the industry they want natural right now, and it kind of happened like since COVID. They're gearing more towards like the natural. Like they want your natural hair color, everything. Like honestly, my nails right now wouldn't be able to work. They want like natural nails.
They want the natural.
Natural. So I might go back to my natural color, but I might have like an identity crisis when that happens.
It's a shock because you're so used to the other, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see. Just follow me on Instagram and you guys will see if I go back dark.
Exactly. Right. Tune in. And what were these for?
That was for a lingerie company. The undies that I'm wearing is a new brand called Etiquette LA, and they're the most comfortable undies I've ever worn in my entire life. And it was so cool because the woman who owns the company gave me like a bunch of them to take home. So I really went with that photo shoot. And I love these photos because the photographer I worked with is like just like move around, like not posing. And I was kind of like dancing here and he captured this image. So
wow, that's incredible, huh? Here's another great shot. Now, what is this from? Is that iHeart?
That is from a concert. It was in South America. I can't remember which concert it was, but I thought it was a really cool picture because like the crowd is insane and it's like a clip of the music video and you see me on the big screen. So seeing that was like kind of rewarding, you know.
Isn't that really cool?
Yeah, it was like the best thing. I was so happy whenever they sent that to me.
You've been on big screens before.
Yeah, that was in New York also. That's for Supermodels Unlimited magazine. And I actually am working with them again. It's like the most amazing people who own it. And they're so fun to work with. But they put me on that billboard. And there was also another billboard in Miami, Florida that had another photo on it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
And there's, of course, when you were in New York.
Yeah, there's a New York one. That was so crazy.
It's really amazing stuff.
That was a dream. I mean, we were taking photos in front of it and people would walk by. They're like, is that you? And I was like, I feel so cool right now. And like, they're like, can we get a picture?
That's me.
Like, yeah, it was crazy. Like insane. Oh, that was a recent shoot I had with one of my friends. His name is Mishan. He's like a great photographer. He used to shoot for guests as well. But we went to Santa Barbara. And that's my first time going. I've never been, but it's incredible. And we saw the most beautiful sunset. I'm such a sucker for sunsets.
Yeah.
But we this was like a little cowgirl look, and
it is.
Like, yeah. And he was like, just kick the dirt up and throw your hat in the air. And I was like, okay, like kind of weird, but all right, let's do it. And I did it, and it turned out, and it looked pretty cool. We did this little kick thing like 800 times to get the dirt in the perfect position.
Dirt sort of like in a dust bowl sort of look. Yeah. Exactly. People don't realize they look at it and they're like, oh, she just did one kick of dirt and that's it. No.
No, it's getting the dirt, it's getting the body in a good position and making sure your face is like looking okay. Like it's a lot of things to think about.
It's true. I've been on TV commercials where I've been cast in them, and the 30-second commercial can take hours of you doing the same thing, saying the same thing, eating the same food. I mean, it's just to do a 30-second commercial. What goes into all of what most people see as something quick and easy and effortless.
Right.
Absolutely not. There's so much work that goes into all of these industries to make even the shortest of things look smooth and easy and effortless, right? You know,
crazy.
A lot of work.
It is a lot of work, and people don't realize like the different camera angles and the light, everything.
The lighting, the shadowing, the sunrise, the sunset, absolutely, all of it. There's that. Yeah, that we love looking at that one. Here's another.
That was a close-up of the New York billboard.
Isn't that cool?
And that was also from that shoot with Christos.
That was the shoot as well.
Yeah.
There's a sort of that country look too, huh?
Yeah, that was with Michon. These are like my most recent shoots. But yeah, Michon is actually another photographer who was just like the most genuine, down-to-earth guy ever. Another really professional guy. And that's why the photos turned out so great.
This is beautiful.
Thank you. That gown was so long. I think it was a bridal gown. But yeah,
looks like you're gonna sort of fly away into the clouds.
Yeah, it's like I need little like wings on my back. I feel like I look like a fairy there.
Right, you're gonna just fly away, float away, sort of.
Very angelic.
Exactly right. Yeah, that's a beautiful one too. And then look at this shot.
Oh, that was so fun. That was just a few months ago for the Super Bowl. Not a few months ago, but last year for the Super Bowl party. When was that? When was the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah, so it's usually like early February. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that was a long time ago. But this was last year at the Rolling Stone Super Bowl party. And it was so cool because they're like, we just need a model, just come. And I was like thinking like just another type of like modeling gig. But I show up and they're like, there's two girls, it's me and the other one next to me, and you guys are the model that's going to be posing with the celebrities on the red carpet. And it was so cool. That's Tinashe, and I've always been such a fan of Tinashe. I love her music. And she's really sweet too. Honestly, everyone was really, really sweet that day. But we just had to like stand there and look like little referees, like excited for the Super Bowl, throwing the football in the air and just like making sure everyone was like happy and felt welcomed.
That is so cool. I don't know if I mentioned it, but in my teens into early 20s, I did modeling as well on the side, print. It was in New York, on Long Island and New York City. Yeah, it was print work, and it was a lot of fun.
You liked it?
Yes, and I still have my very first headshots and portfolio and everything. I still have it all, and sometimes I pull it out and.
I want to see that so bad. I wish you could put that.
I'll have to dig those out. Yeah, it was cool. All the different looks and the serious looks, and then the boy next door look, or the doctor look, or the best friend, or the biker look. I mean, all the different looks that you do, and the changing of the hair and the flipping of the hair, and all the different clothing. And it's just really because you do all those different looks, as you know, because you don't know what you're going to be hired for, cast for. So you have to have all the different looks. So there's a variety that they can pick from. They're like, okay, well, we don't want her for that or him for that. But boy, next week, we're going to be working on this project. And I like that look for that. And sometimes you're smiling, sometimes you're serious.
Yep. It's kind of similar to acting,
It really is a form of acting.
Exactly. You want to show that you can look like the pretty girl, but you can also look like you're living in dirt all day. You know what I mean? You have to be able to do different looks, because I also don't want to get typecast, and I know that's kind of hard not to, but it's good to have like a variety of images.
Right. Are you always updating? Are you always changing yours?
Always. I'm always shooting. Yeah. I'm always trying to create.
It's expensive, doesn't it?
It does get expensive.
An
it really does. It is an investment, but also like having the right connections, like wardrobe, people who will come and like supply the clothing, and like having friends as photographers. It's a lot of collabing and just like praying for the best. And I also shoot a lot at home and off of my iPhone. A lot of my Instagram photos you see are off of my iPhone, which is
a whole new thing, right? That's the whole new way that people are doing everything. Exactly.
It is. And the photos that I do off of my iPhone do better than my professional photos that I post. And I've always been like, I try so hard at these shoots. Why are they not doing well? But I think it's because, back to our conversation earlier, people like real. And so they see it's an iPhone photo and they're like, oh, that's more relatable than a professional, like spent 8 hours on makeup,
That's right. You look like it's just you in your backyard or whatever it is. And that just makes it more, people connect with it more, that Alexia Rae is a real person. And she's more approachable. Yeah, it's amazing how that is when you look at the comparison between the professional shots and the everyday shots. A lot of my shots have been done by professional photographers, but some are professional photographers who are friends of mine too. So we'll go and we'll just go out shooting, and I'll buy him lunch or something, and he's good. And and people, believe it or not, like some of those shots the most that were done by the friend who's the photographer, because we're having such a good time on the shoot. We're laughing, we're teasing, and that comes across in the image. They can see it in your expressions, your eyes, your face.
It really, really, really does. And that's why I like collabing with my friends who are photographers, and you're also more down to try things you wouldn't be down for. You know what I mean? But I agree completely. I saw someone ask a question. What do you, Merlin asked, what do you do with your pets when you go on a shoot? My mom actually lives with me. She moved here from Ohio.
Did, huh?
She did. She moved here 6 months ago. She's fresh out of a divorce, so she's a single lady ready to live her life and focus on herself for the first time in like over 25 years. No, my older brother's 35. So in 35 years, first time in 35 years, she's like finally not being the mom, and she's just doing her, which I'm like so proud of her. Anyway, sorry, well, I get carried away. My mom watches. My mom watches the pets for me, and I also have a camera called the Furbo, and it's a camera I have set up in my room, and I can flick treats out to Selena, and I can talk to her and like just look at her all day long. I get notifications when she barks. It's really cool.
That's awesome, right?
Yeah.
That is so cool. I love that. So mom is there and she's rooting you on and supporting you. And
my mom is the best. Like, she is my ride or die. I trust that woman with my entire life. She would do anything for me. And she's like a great manager too. She is actually full-time working. She runs, I forget exactly what she does, but she like runs hospitals all over Southern California. And she's getting her nurse practitioners, and she's my manager. Like, this woman is another level.
She's a go-getter herself, right?
Like crazy. I've never met anyone like her.
That is so awesome. That is really, really cool. Got some other great photos. Look at this one.
Oh yeah, that was with my friend Bree. She also models for Guess. I like this dress because I felt like it was just like very soft and classic.
It is, yeah. It's really beautiful. Very, very nice. I tell you, like you say, you've had a lot of work with Guess, and that one we saw, and a great story with that one. And look at this.
That's little John. It's so crazy. Yeah, he was there. He was really cool too. Is it like a quick photo with him? But do you remember Lil Jon? He like, I don't know.
Oh yes, right.
Is he still creating?
Wasn't he also on? I thought he was on The Celebrity Apprentice too, wasn't he? I think he was on that.
Oh, I didn't realize. I don't think I saw that. That's so cool.
Yeah, a couple years back.
That's awesome.
On NBC. I think I remember him being on that.
Cool. Oh, that was
icons.
Yeah, that was cool. That was another email shoot, so that went out in everybody's emails a few months ago.
We're talking to an icon, folks.
Oh, Sam, it's you. You're the icon here, not me.
We're both icons. Isn't that cool?
There we go.
Working our way to legends, but we'll stick with icons for now.
Right.
There's a cool shot.
Oh, okay. This is my mom. My mom is the one in the red next to me.
Yeah.
And the other woman, her name's Cheryl. They designed and made those wings that I'm wearing from complete scratch.
Wow. Very talented.
And you know what's crazy is this is for Queen Beauty Universe, and we had to do a country costume. So I did like kind of inspired by like the Victoria's Secret angels, and because they always wore the wings, and I just always wanted to be an angel. And so we couldn't get the wings as they were in this photo onto the plane. So they had to make the wings in like a day and a half. They brought the feathers, they brought the boning to the wing, they brought everything and literally made these wings in a day and a half.
So basically, they have been the wind beneath your wings.
Oh, 100%, even more than that. Like, they created all of my like costumes. Cheryl is my mom's friend, and she's also like, she follows pageants. She came to support me at that pageant. She's like the sweetest woman ever. But my mom has always designed my evening gowns and everything since I was little, since I was 2 weeks old.
2 weeks old, she already was designing the evening gowns for you.
You can do
That
it
is
all.
that is so cool. Well, look at this shot.
Yeah. Oh, that's my brother Bennett. He's the 35-year-old. He's married in the military with 2 babies. And then I'm in the
That
middle.
went fast, huh? 35 now.
It's scary. Like, it's really scary how
Life
fast
goes fast, so you got to enjoy every second of it.
I know, and that's another reason why I'm like, you shouldn't be anything other than happy. You should always do what makes you happy.
Exactly.
Like earlier, what we were talking about, it's just,
Yeah.
this is a perfect example. I feel like, I remember this time. I'm in the middle and I had something in my mouth. And then my older sister, she's 1 year older. She's 13 months older. Her name's Sierra. She's a state trooper in Ohio.
Is she really?
Yeah, she's super cool. Like, or obviously in every way possible. Like, I was the girly girl. She's the tomboy.
Everybody has their own unique personalities and interests in the family, which I think is really cool, and expressing them as well. Look at this shot.
I've always been I'm showing off my toenail polish. That's what I was doing.
How old do you think you were there?
I don't know, like 2 or 3.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I was such a tan little baby. Like, I think that's when my mom had us on the beach in Mississippi. I was born in Mississippi, and I think that's when we were always like living on the beach practically.
The Gulf, right? Gulf of Mexico, warm waters, and
yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
I actually have 4 siblings. So it was my brother and my older sister that you saw in the photo. And then I have a little sister and a little brother. So I'm right in the middle. And my little brother is in college, or no, he just graduated. And my little sister is graduating with interior design. And we want to go into like a business together, because I actually, as we were talking about earlier, like I know I can do more with myself. And so I'm working right now with a developer, and he's teaching me everything I should know about like real estate and flipping homes. So anyway, I'm getting carried away. My little sister and I, we want to have a business together where she does the interior design and I like help flip the home. But,
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Now, is this you here?
Yeah, that's look how dark my hair is. See, that's what I mean. I might go back that dark color. This is when I was in a play, and I had like one line in the play, and I was freaking out over the one line.
Do you remember the line?
Yeah, I do. I was playing, I don't even know, like we had little Southern accents, and I said, "Somebody's got to do something," and that's all I said. I was so scared. I was so scared.
Great. Well, the Mississippi connection, you were able to call upon the Mississippi sound and use it, right?
Yeah, I guess
you nailed it. That sounded great.
Oh, thank you. My whole family kind of has accents, like Southern accents. My mom told me that like with acting and everything, needed to fix like somewhat of that little twang that we had, because she's like, it makes you sound a little slow. And I was like, okay, well,
speed it up a little, right? Yeah. That's a cool shot.
That is the van that I told you about.
Is that a VW bus? That looks like a VW bus from the side.
It's the van that my mom asked if we could shoot in front of. Remember the story I told you earlier?
A Volkswagen bus, yeah. That was a classic.
So that's why she pulled that man over, asking if we could take a picture with his car, because of obviously how cool it is.
Those are very classic vehicles. That is cool. Look at this shot.
Oh, yeah, I was crying during that shoot. I did not want to do that shoot.
What would the Alexia Rae of today say to that little girl there?
Oh, my goodness. To not be so hard on herself, and to not take life so seriously, because everything always works out. Keep working hard. Show yourself more love. Don't compare yourself to anybody. That you're going to be okay. I I have so much I could say to her. I could go on forever.
Those are beautiful words. That's true. You know, when you can talk to a younger version of yourself, what would you say? Absolutely.
Yeah, there was once again girly girl in the dress.
And there's always one kid that's upside down on the swings all the time. There's always one, right?
Yeah, that was in Mississippi. I mean, I was born in Mississippi, and every month in the summer I had to go visit my biological father. And so that's like my half sisters and half brothers. And then Sierra, my older sister, is the one in the yellow shorts. But we're always running around outside, no shoes on, getting our feet dirty. It was so much fun.
Just real kids acting like real kids, having a real good kid time, right?
No iPads,
which is awesome because today kids are so glued to all the technology. It's almost like they can't even be kids anymore.
100%. And I feel like that's kind of why a lot, like my little sister's generation, a lot of them have lost their social skills because they're so used to being on the phone and not calling their friends or having real conversations in person. Like I know sometimes when I go to dinners, everyone's on their phone and they're not trying to have like, you know, conversation anymore. It's kind of crazy how much social media has changed everything.
It really has on so many different levels. There's good, but there's also some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Good shot here, huh? It's time for celebration.
Yeah, and we had one chance to get this shot because we only had one champagne bottle. So when we popped it open, it sprayed everywhere.
Did it really?
Yeah, that was with a guest photographer named Kristalina. And it was a fun shoot. We shot that at the Mondrian in Los Angeles on Sunset.
That is cool. That is really cool.
It was fun for sure. I love doing things like that.
So what is your outlook in terms of what you'd like to do going forward? Do you have like a master plan? Is there like some ultimate bucket list things that Alexia Rae would like to do?
Yeah, I think for the main part, my priority this year is going to be with acting. I want to take classes and really, really go in hard with that. And then hopefully I can do more self-tapes and get on a series. Like being on a series like Vampire Diaries or Gossip Girl, like a drama series is like a dream. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make that happen. Have you seen Vampire Diaries?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
So it's like being on a show like that would just be amazing. Like a reoccurring role. Oh my gosh. I know everyone dies for that, but yeah, I want to do classes. I have a big shoot this weekend. I'm leaving Saturday.
That's the one in Mexico?
Yep, Cabo. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Shooting Sunday, coming back Monday. And I'm actually getting my tonsils out on Tuesday. So I'm going to be out for 10 days.
So we got you on just in time.
Yeah, we did.
Just in time.
Really, though, thank you so much for having me on here in time because yeah, I'm going to be out for 10 days and I'm dreading it.
Yeah. Are your tonsils irritated?
Yeah, I get sick a lot and I feel like my tonsils like have an infection a lot of the time. Sorry guys, TMI. But yeah, it's I need to get them out because it's keeping me away from like being able to work as much as I want to because I'm like sick because of them. So
you're right, exactly. You don't want to be ill. Well, good luck with that. I think they give you a lot of ice cream with that or something, don't they? After the tonsils, or
I hope so.
They used to do that, you know, to get things going again. They give you bowls of ice cream or something.
It's at least my excuse, right? That's what I'll tell myself because you told me I can have ice cream.
Yeah, tell them that Jim Master said they have to give you ice cream. What kind of ice cream would you pick?
Probably chocolate chip cookie dough or just chocolate.
Chocolate anything, right?
Chocolate anything. I'm a chocolate girl. I love chocolate. All of it sounds.
Oh no, chocolate's a good one. You when you're not acting, when you're not modeling, when you're not doing the cosmetology, what are some of the things you like to do just to make you happy? What are some of the interests and hobbies and how do you sort of de-amp, reboot, and refresh from the busyness of acting and modeling and travel and being in studios and on shoot locations Do you meditate? Do you do yoga? What are some things that you do to stay happy and balanced?
Mm-hmm. I do meditate. I meditate. I try to do it every day, but sometimes it's just too crazy that all I want to do is come home and like turn off and watch a movie. But rollerblading is like my guilty pleasure. I love rollerblading. I go at least once a week, and like by Venice and Santa Monica, there's a bike path, and I just rollerblade back and forth. It's such a great workout, and also like when I go, I usually watch the sunset. And as I said earlier,
It's nice.
it's a dream. Like I'm such a sucker. I could watch sunsets every single day for the rest of my life and never get sick of it.
There's a great restaurant in Santa Monica that I was on a TV shoot in Los Angeles, and a friend of mine in that area said, "Hey, let's hook up for lunch." So we went to lunch, and he said, "Let's meet in Santa Monica." And he said, "I'll pick the place." So he picked the place. And we ended up going to the Ivy, which was a fantastic restaurant in Santa Monica.
Yeah, is that right there, like near the beach?
Right across where the Ferris wheel is, and it's got all like the beautiful roses and ivy all across. And there's a lot of well-known people that go and eat there, but they just quietly eat. Nobody disturbs anybody. Everybody respects everybody, and they go and they eat and they have a good time. But the food was delicious, and it's literally right across from the beach and the pier. You have the beach, you have the ocean, then you have the beach and the amusement, and then you have trees, and then you have the street, and then you have Ivy where all the stores are. It's a good restaurant.
I've never been, but I've seen it for sure. I'll have to go like maybe when I get back from Mexico before I get my time.
The
or
Ivy.
maybe afterwards. That sounds good.
It's a good one there. And Santa Monica is beautiful, isn't it?
I love Santa Monica. I mean, Marina is like, I live like 10 minutes away from Santa Monica. So
Marina del Rey is not too shabby. I have some friends there. It's a beautiful area too on coast.
I love it so much. Just like being right here by the water. My mom and I will take walks because we're right across the street from the marina. And my mom and I will take walks and go like watch the seals. And because there's a lot of seals over there, and it's like so much fun. But over here, it's a dream. I could never leave. Now that I've experienced living by the beach, there's no freaking way I can live like in Hollywood or anywhere over there again.
Right. It's right. Exactly. That's a whole other like lifestyle and busyness, craziness. But yeah, there's something sort of natural about where you are now in Marina del Rey, which is really, really absolutely beautiful. So, why do you love doing all of this? Obviously, you wouldn't do any of this if you didn't love it, if it doesn't charge you up and, you're not passionate about it. What is it? What are some things you love about all this?
I just really think it comes down to me being a creative person. I've always been a creative person, whether it's makeup, acting, like going on set, like, so it feels that side of my brain and always has. And it's fun to meet people. Like I have some of the best friends from being on set and modeling, and they're good people. There's a lot of good people out here.
What would you say to somebody who's watching, maybe a kid or whatever is inspired by what we're talking about, and they're thinking about going into these industries? What would be some pieces of advice for somebody who's been in it for a while now?
I think like the main piece of advice I would give is to not let rejection get you down, because you're going to be rejected most of the time whenever it comes to auditions or modeling, castings. And you just got to keep going for it and have a strong backbone. You can't be weak in this industry.
No.
You can't, be sensitive really, because if you are, you're not going to last. And so just I always tell myself rejection is just redirection, and, to keep going and not giving up on your dream, because it's going to be hard, but you're going to be rejected, and just work hard still and get better every day and continue to create and post. I mean, social media nowadays does matter whenever it comes to modeling. So don't give up. I mean, tag the brands you want to work for, tag casting directors, just keep posting and creating, and it'll work out for you eventually. If you give your all to something, there's no doubt that'll happen for you. Really.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's absolutely, I agree 110%. That's exactly what it's truly all about on so many different levels. Yeah. This was fantastic. This was a great conversation. People can again can find you on Instagram and TikTok, the social media. There's some exciting things that you've got coming up. You're headed to Mexico on a shooting project. Yay. And yeah. Tell Anna Marie we said hello. And
I will. She's in Hawaii right now.
She's in Hawaii right now?
Yeah, she's in Hawaii.
Because I emailed her earlier. I said, Alexia Rae's on tonight, but I sent her the link to the YouTube episode so she can watch it at any time because she was excited.
Cool. And she's so sweet. Yeah, she's in Hawaii. I'm sure she's not watching it right now, but I'm sure she will.
she vacationing or is she actually on a project shooting?
She's vacationing. Good for her, right? Taking time
winter time, get to beautiful spot like Hawaii.
Yes, and it looks amazing. I've been following her and the stories that she's posted. It looks like a dream. I'm so excited. I'm actually going to the exact same spot that she's in. I'm going February 27th.
You are?
Yeah, I am.
So chill out too, or is it project?
Yeah, to relax.
Wow.
Watch the sunsets and the surfers and eat the food.
Why are we not doing the show on location in Hawaii with both of you on the show together?
We're not thinking this through.
Next time we're going to have to plan this a little bit different. And we're going to pick a location like that and we'll do the Gym Master Show live on the road.
Oh, that sounds amazing. That's
Wouldn't that be awesome?
You should do a series like that.
On the road. Yes. On the Lovity Road, right?
The Lovities.
Yeah.
Love the Lovities.
I tell you, right? And that just popped up when I said light, love, and levity too fast. And they call me Mr. Levity. And it's really cool stuff,
That's so cute. That's a good name. I really do like it.
Lovity. Yeah. Loveity. And then I said, well, first I said, how do you guys want to spell it? And they said, well, this was during the pandemic. They said, we don't want you to drop the O from love. So keep the O. And I said, great, we'll do that. And then they said, don't get rid of the E in love. So we kept the E. And I said, so we got Loveity, Lovity. And they said, yes. And we're your Lovity squad. You're Mr. Levity. And a matter of fact, they love it so much. One of the faithful Lovity viewers from Arizona, Maureen, they send Christmas cards and gifts and all kinds of beautiful things, food. And she actually had made a mini me, a Mr. Levity.
Oh my, that's amazing. It's a bobblehead.
Mr. Levity. There he is. He's in a suit and got his arms crossed like a host. How cool is that, huh?
So cool. I want one.
Mr. Levity. I tell you. Isn't that amazing? Well, we have a lot of things here. We've got the I Dream of Jeannie bottle is behind me. And then right back there. And then we have George Burns. We've got Gilligan from Gilligan's Island. We've got like a lot of different like TV and film things here. So then all of a sudden and they've been sent by the people who've been in the movies and the shows and stuff, which is cool because they've been like guests on the show. And then all of a sudden over the holidays, the Mr. Levity showed up. And how cool is that, huh?
Amazing. Like the best gift ever, honestly.
Yes.
Everything in there. You got a whole thing going on. I love it.
We work hard. I tell you, it's, when I started the show, people said, are you going to do this just during the pandemic? And I'm like, no, as long as you guys are out there, we will keep doing it and keep spreading the sunshine and having a good time, great conversations and entertainment and everything else we do. Kathleen in New York says, thanks for being here. Alexia and
Kathleen,
Merlin says, thanks, Alexia, for being here. You are a Lovity. Great conversation. Keep up the good work as well. Much. Tim is all excited. Tim says, Alexia, will you tell the cast members of A Wrinkle in Time and Taylor Swift that I'm a fan of them, please?
Sure. Next time I see them, I will tell them.
Say Tim's a fan. Thank you, Alexia Rae, for being here tonight and sharing your life and career with us. Please come back. And also, you're going to have lots of Jell-O and ice cream after the tonsils.
Yeah, I definitely will. I'm going to be 2 pounds heavier.
That's You're the best. This was cool. You're welcome back to the Gym Masters Show series anytime. We'll keep the porch light on, we'll keep that porch light on for you and spread the word about our show. If you know people that you think would like to pop on the show and just enjoy the conversation and everything.
I will definitely.
They
I'm
are
honored.
all.
Thank you.
Oh, this was really fantastic. I hope you enjoyed the time with me as much as I absolutely have with you, my friend.
I had the best time. I could keep going all night, so you got to cut me off.
That's right. You got to get ready for Mexico.
Yeah, I do. I actually do have to go get the outfits and everything together right now. So.
And you notice that it's quiet. There's no barking or meowing.
It's kind of weird. I'm like, is something weird happening? Like, are they okay?
Are they actually talking? Have they become friends? Has the levity through our show come through the screen into your living room?
I hope so. I'll let you know. I'll message you after this and let you know.
Keep me posted.
Yeah, I will.
This was really a cool time, and love and take care. Prayers to you. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you, Jim, Jane, watching in Sweden. You're all very, very welcome. Lovities watching live, and those who will watch this in the archives later. Gang, this will be archived on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV, so you can watch and share the link and give this episode a like, comment, drop a comment below, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can find Alexia Rae on all the social media. You can find me at Jim Masters TV on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as well. And again, truly, I hope you enjoy the time with me as much as I absolutely have with you.
I had the best time, Jim. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. Congratulations on everything, and continued blessings and joy in your life. And let's stay in touch. We'll have you back again soon, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right. You be well. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye, guys. Bye, Lovities.
Safe trip to Mexico. Enjoy.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye now. Alexia Rae Castillo here on the Jim Masters Show. How cool was that? Did you guys enjoy it? We had an absolute blast. She's a real cool person, isn't she? Even though you see her in all these like beautiful gowns and dresses and all kinds, swimsuits, the whole thing. She's a real person. And you know what was great about the conversation? She told you a lot of behind the scenes stories of how all this comes together and how, you know, it looks very easy. Like that story there about the earring and it was killing her. There, it looks like she just walked in the room, right? But all the work that goes on behind the scenes, all the dedication, the hours and hours to get the shots that the brands want and the photographers want. And, you know, that's the key to all these industries that we're in, is to make it look easy. So that way you guys don't have to worry about it. You just enjoy the results of all the work and all the, you know, tenacity and patience and blood, sweat, and tears that goes in. Wonderful American model and actress, Nicaraguan background, Irish background, from Mississippi, then Ohio, and then California, USA. Some really great stories too. And I'm sure you've seen her in guests and a lot of other things too, you know, over the years, also the pageants that she's been involved in. Some really cool stories about her early years as a kid. You know, we all start somewhere, right? Really, really cool. That's what we do here. We have conversations, entertainment, poignant moments. Some people sing, some people do comedy, some people bring food, whatever it is. We've got guests that come in from Broadway, Hollywood, television, film, music, stage, culinary arts, sports, comedy, inspiration. It's life, entertainment, lifestyle, variety, celebrity talk show series, The Jim Masters Show Live. Gang, if you enjoyed this, again, give us a like, give us a comment, drop a comment below, and make sure, you know, you leave a comment for us and just spread the sunshine, spread the lovity. I keep hitting something here, and I'm afraid I'm going to knock off Mr. Lovity, and I don't want to drop Mr. Lovity. He's sitting right there next to, of course, the famous George Burns. He's right next to George Burns. I know you guys love when George Burns pops up. So George is here. George was quiet tonight. He was watching and he was enjoying, and he's hanging down there with the mini me, Mr. Lovity, right here on the Jim Masters Show, Entertainment Lifestyle Variety Talk Show Series. Good times. And I'm going to wind up knocking him off. And good stuff, gang. Thanks for being with us. We always have a good time with all of you. Want to let you know that we've got some amazing guests that are coming up. And let's see if we can find some of the, let's see what we've got here. Do we have some of the promos? Yeah, we've got this one. Okay. This guest is coming up tomorrow. Kim Margolis is an extraordinary British-born singer, songwriter, producer here in America, has worked with Elton John and countless others. He's going to talk about all the amazing people that he has worked with and performed with. He's been doing it for many, many years. There's going to be great music, great conversation. Kim Margolis is going to be with us. If you're not sure who Kim Margolis is, just take a look at our, we'll Google the name, but also take a look at our YouTube channel. He has worked with Elton John. He has worked with David Bowie, Cat Stevens, and so many more. Performed with them. And coming up on Friday, Lisa Penagos is going to be with us. Extraordinary singer and actress. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. All right here on the Jim Masters Show series, gang. A couple more comments coming in. Thank you, Jim, for a wonderful show. Good nicely. Well, thank you, Sherry. And thank you, Kathleen. We appreciate that as well. And everybody commenting from around the world. Tim, nice to see you here as well. Thanks for being with us, and everybody that's been with us. Again, just a few are what you see commenting, but thousands more watch live and later on. And we welcome you to do that because we archive all these episodes for you so you can watch them later on. Gang, we love you all. We don't say goodbye around here. We say see you later. Ciao, cheers, moi loop, hasta la vista, buenos noches, shalom, slancha, moi loop, cheerio, avida zane, sayonara. Take care, be well. Your host, Jim Masters. Thank you for your time this time. Till next time, be well, take care, be good to one another. Let's see, what else do we have in our ending spiel? Don't forget to relax. Don't forget to take care of one another and be good to yourself. Stick with us. More great episodes of JMS Live, of the Jim Masters Show Live series coming up for all of you. Thanks for the time. Thanks for stopping by our show. We love when you guys are here. We love connecting with you, and we hope you're enjoying everything that we do here on the series. Don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section on our YouTube channel. Connect with us, click the thumbs up, click the notification bell when you subscribe, click that subscribe button, and thanks for being with us on the Jim Masters Show. A couple more comments in here. Everybody's saying see you later to one another. We love that. You guys are great. Be well. Jim Masters signing off for now. You can binge watch hundreds of episodes of our series right here on our YouTube channel, so enjoy doing that for all of us here. Have a great day. Thanks for being with us on the Jim Masters Show. Cheers.